Hello, everybody. Welcome to another AI Coding with Dr. Chuck. Today, we're going to talk about a topic, vibe coding. It's a topic that gets me infuriated. I vibe code all the time. The thing that infuriates me is when people say that because of vibe coding, we don't need to learn how to program. So just to give you a little sense of where I'm at today, my son, I'll have to show you a picture of him. He's playing wheelchair floor hockey in a rink over there. I couldn't get Wi-Fi, and you got to have Wi-Fi for. I couldn't get Wi-Fi, so I have to sit out here in the lobby where we have Wi-Fi. So let me just start by complaining about. I'm not complaining about vibe coding, but vibe coding advocates, people who think that we don't need to learn to code. I completely disagree. I think that what we need to do as teachers is teach people to code so that they can learn to use AI. Vibe coding is kind of this overstated thing that says that like an Australian shepherd can write code and we don't need to learn to code. And I think that we do need to learn to code even more than ever with vibe coding or with AI coding. But we don't need to go 4 years to learn how to program. Because vibe code programming, and that's for me where the whole idea of becoming a master programmer, let me go pitch that, www.masterprogrammer.com, which of course goes to me. This is what I have built for the past 15 years to teach what I think is the absolute most limited amount of programming that you can learn to be a decent programmer. But okay, enough about that. Come back. QuickTime. Well, QuickTime's got to come back. Okay, so it's not so much about not programming, not learning coding. It's about not wasting too much time or money learning to code so that then you can be magnified as a programmer with artificial intelligence. And I think that's the future. The future of not programming is just completely ill-informed. And the only people that I ever hear say that vibe coding can replace all programming and you don't need to go to school at all are people who are really good programmers, which just boggles my mind. So, okay. So what I'm going to do today, this is not scripted at all. I have no frickin' idea if this is going to work at all. But let me sort of move myself down into the corner and get to it. So again, the lesson is you need to become a master programmer. It's easier than ever, and AI makes it even easier. Okay, so I have this thing I call the Vibe Challenge. What I've been doing is looking for problems that I think are, for all intents and purposes, impossible for a person with no programming background to do. They think that, you just walk in and you start talking to AI. So, Apple, I just want to choke the crap out of you. When I rearrange my screen, I want to rearrange my frickin' screen, and you just keep rearranging it again. Okay, so basically, what I've been doing is collecting problems, and I call them the Vibe Challenge. And I am going to attempt, for the very first time, the very first Vibe Challenge that I ever came up with. If you go to this Vibe Challenge, I may have more. And so let me tell you a little bit about this current Vibe Challenge that I call the 3-Bell Tournament. So, as many of you know, there's my pictures. Come back, photos. Okay, so as many of you know, I play hockey. I sponsor a hockey team, mostly a hockey group, and I have many dear friends on this hockey team. This one here, his name right there, is Mike Boynton. And, he's a great player. I've played with him for over 10 years on Thursday nights. There's me. Somewhere here. Paul. I don't know who's missing here. Where's Paulo? No, Paulo's not here. But these are all dear friends I see at least once a week. So Mike, also, not only do I play hockey with Mike, but Mike got me into car racing. Because Mike was sitting next to me in the hockey locker room and said, I have a race car. And my ears perked up, and that was 2016. And I saw his car, and then I went and raced once with someone else. And there's the same Mike with Mike's older brother at our home track, the Gingerman Raceway. And so a while back, how come the damn Photos app does not show up in my Alt tab? A while back, at the center ice of this very rink, Mike came up to me. Mike now owns a bar. And he came up to me and he said, I need a program written for a contest that I want to run at my bar. As a matter of fact, the first time this contest is running at my bar is less than 24 hours from now. He gave me this challenge 2 weeks ago, thinking, you're a programmer, Chuck, you should be able to write anything. And so he started describing it to me, and I'm like, this is the perfect vibe coding challenge. It is. He thought he knew what he wanted. And Mike is a tech guy, right? I mean, he worked in databases before he owned this bar, but then he got laid off because of AI. And then, so he sort of knows his way around tech, but he thinks of me as like a pretty good programmer. And he's like, any good programmer, he should hand this idea to, and they should be able to do it in a while. And I'm like, okay, tell me about it. So the game is called 3-Ball. And he basically sent me, there we go. He sent me what he had written down on a sheet of paper. He sent me 2 pages of the rules of 3-Ball. I don't know if he invented this game. I don't know if it's something that someone else invented. And then he gave me a spreadsheet, this spreadsheet right here. And he gave me a spreadsheet and said, I think this is what the display should look like. He wanted to write a desktop application so that someone could be sitting as the tournament's running and be running it. And he wanted this to show up on a screen inside of his bar while people are playing this game. So my specifications, and this is perfect vibe, right? Hey, AI should be able to read all this, read that, read everything, right? Because all you have to do is be an Australian shepherd to type code, right? You don't need to know anything. Now, I'm not going to consciously do a bad job of this. I'm not going to do a bad job of this. And I'm not even going to act stupid. I'm not going to act like I don't know how to program. I'm just going to try to solve this straight up from these specifications. And I'm going to go. And so if you think vibe coding is easy, and maybe I'm going to be successful, I don't know. The question is not so much, did I use vibe coding? Because I'm absolutely going to be using vibe coding. But what I'm not going to do is, I'm not going to not guide it, because you have to guide it. And then the problem is everyone just assumes that you don't need any sort of greater context, like how programming works or how the web works. You don't need any, because AI knows that too. And the answer is, if you're going to guide it a little bit, you have to know how to drive. And it's not like you can have AI make a path that you don't know how to go down. I could spend time and I could write this without AI. But with AI, I can also write it, and I can just in a vibe way guide it and see how far we can get. Okay? So I'm going to see. So I'm going to write this as an online application. I've already got a domain name for it. I'm going to write it as an online application. I'm going to make it so people could use their phones and get it, watch the leaderboard. And there's these timer things. They're starting a timer, and the people who are up next, and there's all these rules about you got to get there in time. And then if they don't make it, then they lose their slot. It's a tournament with apparently, 8 to 10 people. He's got some sponsor that throws an extra 1,000 in, so they all put money in, and they win. It's like a football, fantasy football, where you put money in, and then first place guy gets 80%, and the second place gets guy 20% and 10%, and then his bar and its sponsor also puts in some extra money. So, with no further ado, some of you know what 3-Ball is. I don't know what 3-Ball is. I know what pool is, but I don't know what 3-Ball tournaments are. So the thing we're going to do first is we're not just going to start writing code. We have got to learn something about 3-Ball. We've got to understand this user's domain space. And so the place I like to just brainstorm ideas is ChatGPT. I just love ChatGPT. It's so cool, right? So here we go. So I have not spoken to ChatGPT at all. And this is my first conversation with ChatGPT. So I'm going to start talking. I have been asked by my friend Mike, who owns a pub, to build him an online website where he can run free ball pool tournaments in his bar. He gave me a spreadsheet with a user interface mock-up. It might even have some calculations for scores. I don't know. I should just talk. Maybe that'll work. Wow. Can I talk? No, stop. Let's talk. Hi, I've been asked by my friend Mike, who owns a pub, to build him an online website where he can run a 3-ball tournament in his bar. He gave me a spreadsheet with a user interface mockup. It might even have some calculations for scores. I don't know. He gave me 2 written rule sets on paper, and that is our specification. And I have about 30 hours before this pool tournament starts on Sunday. And I would like to build an online website that tracks the scores that can be shown in the bar. You can enter results. It just shows a leaderboard of who's ahead. And people, if we really get excited, we can make it so that people could track their own performance on their mobile phones in the bar by perhaps a QR code. That's about all I know. I guess my question is, where do we go from here? I'll upload all the stuff. I guess the first question is what do you know about 3-ball tournaments? Do you know the rules of 3-ball tournaments? Or am I going to have to show you, and we're going to have to derive from his papers all the rules of 3-ball tournaments? Yeah, talking, I think, will be faster. Yeah, there we go. I think we're just going to talk. We're not going to let me type. I type so bad. Oh! Okay. About a 3-ball tournament. It's a fast bar game. Pocket 3 balls in fewest strokes possible. Only 3 balls are racked in a small triangle. See? So this is the cool thing, is I don't know 3-ball. Golden break. 1 stroke, 5+ poor rounds. Mike Dave. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ball in hand after scratch. Okay. PHP and Apache. Oh. Okay. It thinks, because I know PHP and I talk a lot about PHP. That's a good question. Hosting for my PHP Apache I got places to host PHP and Apache. I don't know. I was thinking Django because I got a lot of places to host Django. This could be a fun open source. Sugi 3-ball, bars everywhere run these tournaments. Okay. It is A. Okay. We got A. We're going to say it's a single ball, single table, I believe. A. And we can do this in PHP. I was thinking, talk, Chuck. Let's talk. Got to learn to talk. All of a sudden, I didn't realize that ChatGPT knew so much about 3-ball, and it knows way more than me about 3-ball. So here we're vibing on specifications, which means it's going to understand Mike's specifications better. That part, okay. So it's going to understand. So, okay. So, okay. Let's upload the pieces. Let's upload the photos and files. Let's just do that. I got this stuff in my GitHub, in my Vibe Challenge GitHub. Vibe Challenge 3-ball. Okay, so we're going to go with a spreadsheet. We are going to upload the rules in progress. We're going to upload, again, these are just things that Mike took a picture. We're going to see how smart it is. Rules in progress 2. And so we're doing what you're supposed to do in vibe coding, and that is we're thinking about specifications. And I'm going to upload a picture of Mike. Okay, I uploaded the spreadsheet. That is Mike's view of the UI. There may be calculations. I didn't even look at the spreadsheet. I looked at it, but I didn't check to see if he's got calculations for the rules and tournaments. I uploaded 2 photographs of handwritten rules as Mike sees them for his bar. And just as a bonus, I uploaded a picture of Mike looking at racing when he's at Gingerman Raceway. He has a car. If you want, I can upload. Okay, I'll add a picture of Mike's car too. His car number is Pursuit 911. It's a really fast really fast Ford, the kind that police interceptor, and it's got really great transmission, and his laps are a lot faster than mine. So okay, hang on, I'm gonna add the car pictures for you, and then away we go. We can, yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's see what ChatGPT thinks. So it's reading the spreadsheet. And it's got the 2 things that Mike wrote down about his rules. And it thinks we're going to design this in about 10 minutes. Are you kidding me? So it just already read it. I mean, I guess you have to look at this. Well, you saw it. It's just words, and he's got like an arrow. The thing that kind of confuses me the most on this is is ChatGPT going to understand? See this? He starts drawing, and then he draws a little line, and he puts that up there, and that's a new rule. Is ChatGPT going to understand that? What the hell? Okay, keep going. Okay, now let's talk to ChatGPT. It's not a normal 3-ball tournament. It's a continuous chip survival tournament with jackpots. Keep shooting rounds. Bonus payout. Chip survival. When they lose chips, when they perform poorly. 50 entry, 10 goes to the bar, to the pot, gets 5 chips. So it read it. Son of a bitch. To keep a chip. Oh, I see. When going to start, 2 jackpots, 1,000 added prize. Yeah, he mentioned that. So we're talking about this, and we're both on skates and sitting in the middle of the rink. Lowest score with no time, remaining pot. There is a tie, great score, pot logic, decreasing. Yes, it's going to be displayed on the bar TV. Needs very little. Players, chips. Big screen leaderboard. Player view, tournament flow, chip. Okay, do not track bonus payouts, do not the full pot. Okay. It's going to be less than, it's not going to be 30 hours, okay? It's not going to be 30 hours. Are players taking turns in a fixed order, or are tables tricky? I got to call Mike. Hey Mike, it's Chuck here. I'm in the middle of a streaming screencast of writing your 3-ball tournament. So far, ChatGPT is it read your documents and it knows how 3-ball, and it says like your 3-ball's a little different than most 3-balls in that your 3-ball is about losing chips and survival, and you get the little payouts. But the question, the one thing that it's asking me that I don't know the answer to, is are players taking turns in a fixed order, or are they called randomly when a table is free? Okay, so it's basically like once you're in the order, let's start recording for. So what you're saying, Mike, is that once they're in an order, somehow sign up order or whatever, it's going to go down, 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 back to the top, down, 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 back to the top, until basically players start dropping out because they're starting to lose chips. Because it's more about losing chips than gaining chips, right? Yeah. Okay. It's a queue system. Okay. Okay. If I have to, um, and so okay, okay. I may call you another 10 minutes. I'm live streaming. You'll be able to watch this online. Success or failure. So far, ChatGPT, we're only building specification right now, because that's what you do when you do what's called vibe coding. You just like talk about the specification, agree on what you're trying to write, and then what you do is you write code. And sometimes that writing code is really fast. So, and I told it we only have 30 hours to get this done. So, okay. I may be calling you, Mike. Bye. Yep. Okay, what happened there? Oh. Oh, yikes. I thought we recorded that. Thought we recorded all that. We didn't. I called Mike. And yeah, ChatGPT is right. Police interceptors have heavy-duty transmission and are surprisingly quick on track. I got to not get distracted talking about racing with ChatGPT. ChatGPT seems fascinated about racing because automatic transmissions, everyone thinks it's a bad idea, except police interceptor automatic transmissions are surprisingly quick. Mike gets 152s on the track, and if I'm lucky, I'll get a 202. So Mike is 10 seconds faster than me on a track, and he's driving this big boat of a car with an automatic transmission and not a fast engine. And I'm driving like a fancy little tiny thing, and I'm stick shift. Mike runs hard. He is a good driver. I'm not a good driver. Okay, I called Mike, and there is a queue, and people play in order. And when we get to the end, it restarts. There is a timer. And if you are not there in time, you auto lose. Okay. I gotta learn to talk. So it's building a business model. For Sunday, I'd avoid cleverly payout logic, chip tracking, queue rotation, timeout handling, and manual payout. Okay. Yeah, fair. Okay. Oh, SQLite. I like that. Okay, that's one of the things that I was worried about from hosting is that I've got places to drop PHP, but this is a low volume thing. Okay, a little bit of JavaScript, no login system. Oh, I love it. No login system. ChatGPT gets that we got to hurry up. The real-time trick. Okay. Okay, at some point, No, let me talk. What the heck? Oh, Firefox crashed. Fudge. Firefox crashed. Come back, ChatGPT. Polls. It's not for polls, it's for a bar. Okay. So, let's talk. So, I love to talk to you, and I love how you think, but you are not an IDE. And once we start writing code, it's really I just prefer talking to Cursor AI, not you. And so it's so hard to cut and paste stuff between you and my IDE. And so I don't know, I got to transfer to Cursor. I can't keep doing this with you because at some point we've got to write code, right? And Cursor is better, right? And so what are your thoughts? Do you want to write some specifications for this that are sort of better machine readable for Cursor AI and then write a prompt for Cursor AI to get me started? Or do you want to give me a zip file of sort of a PHP skeleton sort of to get me started, and then I'll drop it to Cursor? I think we need specifications and at least a zip file, some PHP code, because I think you got a good understanding of what's going on here. What do you think? So this is a point where, right, the fact that I know PHP and I know what SQLite is. I mean, I am receiving this amazing information. Like, it's so damn smart. I don't know nothing about 3-ball, right? Oh, it's working. It's going to give me a zip file. There we go. Okay. Like, it's way ahead of me. But I could listen to what it's saying and understood that, deployment is going to be easy because it chose SQLite. I hadn't thought of that because it's not a lot of multiple people doing the same thing at the same time. Generated and mount data in zip there. I don't know what that means. You can see it talking to somebody. It's like a front end to other models, and it's talking to them. So, expecting spreadsheet data. Boy, it's doing a lot of stuff. I mean, it does things that are amazing. Getting all the values around and the structure better. It's almost like it's talking to a different model and forgotten some of the ideas. I mean, I think it'll kind of come around to it, but it transferred me to some other brain from the one I thought really was getting a good understanding. Yeah, see, it's trying to do too much. The user wants a machine readable cursor. There we go. PHP skeleton. Keep going. This is taking a while, right? This is a good time to talk about my son Brent was playing hockey last night at a different venue, and someone was talking about AI, and he was talking about AI, and someone started yelling about water. Like, you are wasting water. And it's true. The amount of compute required for every AI query that I'm doing is probably 1 million times more work than reading an email message. Meaning the amount of electricity and cooling required to do what I'm doing right now is probably 1 million times as hard as sending a Twitter message or a Facebook message. And so, yes, AI is compute, resource, cooling, electric intensive. And so you can sort of go get your little social justice warrior sign and say, don't build in my city. And that's okay if you feel that. Go ahead and do that. Here's the problem that means that they're not going to not build these things. If your city somehow stops them, they're going to build elsewhere. If we come back in 10 years, what we're doing here won't be 1 million times more difficult than reading a Twitter message. But in the next 3 to 5 years, they got to build hardware, miniaturize that hardware, iterate on that hardware. Once we know what AI is and what kind of resources it really needs, the code the hardware to run it will get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. And I expect that the cheapness will happen in about 5 to 7 years. The problem for us, the users, and for the companies is they can't get like, okay, let's just not use AI until it stops being such a resource hog. You know, let's not use it. Let's wait the 7 years. The problem is that if we don't use it, it will never get better. If we don't use it, we'll never understand what to miniaturize. So in our activity right now, what we're doing is teaching hardware what it needed. They built some hardware, like NVIDIA and others built this hardware. It's probably trash. They'll not tell you that it's trash. But the hardware that they built is the trashiest trash that can be trash. It's basically some adaptation of some part of a video renderer for video games. Okay? And it just turns out it's, 10,000 times faster than anything else we have. And they did their initial work based on existing video controllers, which are MIMD, multi-instruction, multi-data stuff, which is highly parallel. Except that those things were not designed for this problem, and so they sort of half took those pieces of hardware and forcibly adapted them to a more of an AI calculation. But they're not good. They're probably lame as crap. It's just like the first video game controllers were regular old CPUs, right? And they were just not fit for purpose. But then once we played video games long enough, they're like, oh wait, we can make highly specialized hardware for shading and all these other things. Before that, shading was done by just normal iteration in loops and stuff. By the way, if you're a Vibe coder, you don't even know what I'm talking about. Okay. And so, but we have to use it because companies, especially Apple, like this Apple I'm using right here, they have these M1, M2, M3, M4, M5 processors. Every year, they change the CPU in this computer. The basics of that CPU to run a Unix-based operating system and a spreadsheet and whatever, that's a tiny fragment of it. And they are tuning, and they are able to build and emit a new processor in less than a year. That is low electric power. Man, this thing has taken a long time, so I get to speech for a while we're just watching ChatGPT think. I hope, some rainforest didn't get knocked down while we're talking. Actually, I could walk around and show you this building in the time it's taking, but then I had to sit out here because of Wi-Fi, right? Here we are. We're still in the foyer of the hockey locker room. Come back. Okay. Oh, maybe it's really struggling with this. That's okay. It'll be good, I think. It'll be worth it and worthwhile and good. So I expect that the best hardware will come from Apple. And that's because Apple is the only company that can connect software and user needs to hardware needs most directly. Like all the Windows people, they just go buy the latest ARM CPU or the latest Intel CPU. Intel doesn't have operating systems. Intel doesn't have end users. Intel does run other people's code and checks to see if, wow, it's just sucking so bad. Intel does have, all kinds of code and applications to profile on so that they can build their next processors, but nobody has a full pipeline from the instructions in the hardware. By the way, computer architecture for everybody, www.ca4e.com. If you want to understand some of what I'm talking about here, come on. Don't be down. That would be just terrible. No, okay. So here's my computer architecture for everybody course. So if you want to know what chips are and how they work and the kind of things that we're going to have to work on, which is like VLSI design, right? So we're making chips. They draw these chips right here. Let me show you. There's a VLSI design. They draw chips to do things, right? And these are like microns in size, and they make the chips. What I'm saying is Apple does a chip design process all the time. I could put like a plus in here, right? You could come take a course from me that learns about how Apple is iterating and chip design. As a matter of fact, if you go into this lecture, somewhere I talk about from 6502 to ARM and Apple strategies. This is a 7-minute and 30. It's a 7-minute 31 lecture that is all about why Apple is so smart. And I'm just telling you, I mean, it's fresh in my mind because I did this like a couple of months ago. But come on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It worked for 8 minutes and 18 seconds. I'm a great thought partner. How to edit, fix IDE, cursor's a better place to live. So I did the handoff package. So let me go to my downloads. And let's just delete everything from downloads so I know what I'm getting. Man, it did a lot for me. Okay. Cursor prompt. Okay, can I say download? Is that download file? Is it working? Okay, it's downloading. Functional spec. Machine readable JSON. Download that. Cursor prompt. Download that. Quick start. Oops. Okay, let's go down to my downloads file. Let's go here. Go into my downloads. Whoa, I thought I'd deleted, cleaned up my downloads. Okay, here we go. I clicked twice, so I don't need two of the readmes. 3-ball starter zip, we're going to put that in. And so it's got some PHP. Okay. So now, look how easy that was, right? Now, if you are an Australian Shepherd trying to code this, you now have a really great 3-ball starter package in PHP. Oh, wait, you don't know PHP, do you? And it's got a setup here, so it can, well, we'll start reading it. Let's open this stuff all up. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. Oh, and by the way, you don't even know command line because you're just an Australian Shepherd, okay? Right? You don't need to know command line because AI knows command line. It does know command line, but it doesn't know... Okay, I'm just so pissed at the people who think vibe coding can do everything. Vibe coding saved me days of work, and we're not even done. But every once in a while, you need to know a tiny thing, like how and where to organize your hard drive to move /downloads 3-ball starter. No, hang on. Make dir 3-ball. CD3-ball. Move /downloads. Okay, so what do we got here? So now we're going to say open dot, so I can use a list. Okay, so 3-ball starter.zip. Okay, so I don't need this zip file anymore because that's been unzipped. By the way, Australian Shepherds don't know how to unzip things or what a zip is. What's in the zip? Okay. Yeah, boring and small. Okay. Open the folder in cursor, paste in cursor prompt, and then first make the starter runnable. Then add undo pod. Okay, so we'll see. I mean, literally, that code was written by AI. Let's see what we got here. Let's get cursor up. Hello, cursor. Okay. Let's tell cursor to open a folder. recall that I've not done this before. It's not like I know what is going to happen. I'm impressed as shit. I mean, sorry for the swear. Our 3-ball. Hello, cursor. Now, cursor is going to like, look at all this stuff. What do you think, cursor? This is code from a long conversation with ChatGPT about my friend Mike's 3-ball tournament or his bar. ChatGPT, once we looked at the end user specs and chatted a bit. ChatGPT, I wanted to switch to you, and so ChatGPT summarized this. Our work to date, initial work, to hand off to you. Please take a look at, this is the, well, nope, this is the cursor prompt that ChatGPT generated. So now we're using I should oh, I see. I use MAMP, and this is already, again, pretend you're an Australian Shepherd. How can you even write this sentence? I use MAMP, and this is already in my htdocs folder. And again, as you're watching this, think, what course would teach you just enough to know what this meant? No, oh, strange. Funny. Fucking fucks. No one ever listens to me. It just fucking pisses me off. I have a class called Web Applications for Everybody. Come on. It teaches you what an htdocs folder is. Oh, no, that's not good enough. Computer science. Oh, fucking. Sorry. It just fucking pisses me off that people think you have to teach so much. But it also pisses me off that it says you don't have to teach anything. That's what pisses me off. It just pisses me off. So fucking stupid. Okay, sorry. I use MAMP in this, and this is already in my htdocs, so I can just do this on 888, right? Can I just open this? Can I click it? It'd be nice if it was clickable. Look at this. Holy mackerel. This is the setup. Do we already have a database? What creates the database? Database by When any script calls DB, it connects and calls migrate. Okay. So it'll just make... Okay. Huh. I started setup. Start, create tournament. I don't see the database. Oh wait, no, it's in 3-ball starter. Got it. Let's see what's in the database. Think dot tables. Yeah. Okay. We won't spend too much time looking at the SQL here for now. Start tournament. Control screen, open a new tab. ChatGPT wrote all this, okay? I didn't write none of it. If you knew a little bit about programming from my classes, you might be able to write this too. But if you don't know anything about programming, you've got zero effing chance in the world to get this done. Okay, so no current player. I want to get these here because at some point these things are going to... Oh, okay. This is the current pot. Let's see what's going on in this code. It's the JavaScript, because I'm going to worry about that. Okay, so... Oh no. So it's got a 1/4 of a second clock. I'm afraid to start the tournament because I'm going to run out of time and lose. Maybe that's a good first test. Let's start the tournament. Okay, Andy's got to get up. Timeout, no show. Setup. Andy's got 52 seconds. Ooh, and this is the leaderboard for everyone else to watch. Or maybe this is what will show the students. I mean, they'll put that on their phone. 39 seconds. So what are we going to do? I don't know. I don't know this tool. Enter score. Andy is up next. Oh, 3-ball is not... It's only one person playing at the same time. Okay, so let's just say Andy, he made it, and he got a 2. Now, oh, I see what this game is. Mike talked to me about this, right? Mike talked to me about this. It's cold in this ice hockey rink. Okay, so Joe got a 2, and he lost no chips. So Joe's... So timeout or no show. I think he only has like a minute to start the game. So we're gonna have like a way to start and stop. We're gonna need a way to start and stop this timer, right? Okay, let's say Joe screwed up. I don't know what that means. So Joe just lost a chip. Let's look at the leaderboard, see if the leaderboard... So Joe has 4 chips. And we're waiting for Mike Ted. Is Mike Ted one person? Mike Ted, that's a person. That's probably right out of Mike's spreadsheet. So I don't know, let's just wait until it expires and see if... Oh, so what would happen is the person running it at the bar would be watching this and say, Mike, where are you? Mike, where are you? All right, calling Mike, come to the bar, come to the pool table, do this, do that. So here we go. Timeout, no show. So this timer's, I'm guessing it's not going to do anything. This means he's supposed to have started by now. Whoa, no. I don't think we can do that, but if Mike Ted didn't show up, they lose a chip. But I don't think the timeout is for how long they play. Hang on a sec. We got to call Mike again. Hey, Mike. So you're still online, so I'm going to put you on speaker so we can talk a bit, okay? But you're on my stream right now, okay? Hang on. So, hey, Mike.
Hi.
Hi. I hope everyone can hear you. So it's going really well. Are you an Apple guy? Do you have FaceTime?
I do not.
Okay. Well, I could show you. Maybe I'll just take a screen. It's already running.
Sweet.
And it's got a leaderboard. It's got a pub running board on it. I haven't written a line of code yet. I've written it in PHP because that's what ChatGPT thought was going to be the easiest thing. And I almost disagreed with them, but then once I've started writing the code, I like, hey, it's PHP. So the question becomes, so right now we're waiting for Randy to come up. And the timer's counting down to 0 because your timer countdown is a big deal, right? And there's now what happens in 60 seconds is not the timer, the countdown to play the game. The time, what?
It's time after the last game finishes and they need to break.
So that's the time to break, but it's not. Is there a separate timer for how long they play?
No, there's not.
So if there's timer was counting down and you got to 30 seconds and they broke, then you would just like stop the timer, and that would be okay. You
kind of pause it and reset it.
Yeah, but there's no timer during play. The play, you could do a timer during play, right? You could say you only got 5 minutes, right? You could do a timer during play. Okay. Mike, I thought that vibe coding was going to suck. Well, it doesn't suck. I vibe code all the time, but I mean, I thought it was not. It read your documents. I mean, you'll be able to watch this online. I'm gonna record it. I'll put it all up. You'll watch this online, and you will be blown away at how little I gave this. At absolutely how little I gave this. There you go. You can see it's Mike. How little information I gave this thing, and how well it understood your rules. Because again, I told you the first phone call. It thinks your rules are weird because you've adapted them to your pub. But they said that's a common thing in 3-ball, right? And so here we go. So at this point, Mike, it's probably 80% that you're going to have one of these things.
That's fantastic.
What time does the game start? What time does it start tomorrow?
Sign up's at 12 and it starts at 1.
Oh, so it's an afternoon game.
Yeah.
Shit, I was hoping it was an evening game. Well, let me see what I can do. Let me get back to work here, see what I can do. By the way, did your person from marketing and communication, did she come through?
We just are going to go, so far we're going to use a spreadsheet.
Okay.
And that's, I printed out a paper copy and I have a copy we can display on a TV and just keep track on both in case somebody makes an error.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna finish up here. I mean, I think it works pretty well. I got to get to the point where people run out of chips, and it knows how to do that to get people kicked out of the queue when they run out of chips, because that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
So if you just go round and round, and at some point you run out of people, and you run a chip and you're just out, and then it's down to like 3 people, down to 2 people, down to 1 people, and then the game's over, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'll stop talking to you, Mike. I'll get back. Yeah.
Maybe there's a little bit, if somebody has the lowest score without a tie, then that's finished right then. And for the first 5 rounds, they can win the $1,000 initial pot. Anything after the 6th round, or after the 5th round, they can win what's remaining in the pot from all the antes, so to speak.
So what the ChatGPT decided to do was get a basic one running and not put payout logic in. But you would have had that with your paper version too. And so what we can do, I mean, at some point, it might be fun for you and me to do this on Zoom and understand its payout logic. Although ChatGPT thinks it understands your payout logic. It just was, we're not going to write it first time. We're just going to get this basically working. And so we may have to give you things like, I don't know, those little early rules and stuff. We might not have software that does that right away. Okay?
Okay.
So, but let me get back to it. I think I really think I'm only missing one feature right now, meaning the feature that it doesn't understand that the game actually gets played. It thinks that you have to play the game in 1 minute. So, okay. Cheers.
All right. Thank you.
I'll may call you later. Bye.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. There's Mike. Okay. That's Mike. Okay. So I think the problem is that we've been sitting here and people are losing tokens, and we're going to do some, just let's run it a bit. Timeout, no show, timeout, no show, timeout, no show. Let's blast a few people, get them to low amounts of tokens. So we got people down to chips. So we're just gonna like no show, no show, no show, no show, no show, no show, get people down to a few chips. Now we should start seeing people kicked out, right? And then they won't be in the queue. So this guy's out. Look at that. Joe is out. Joe's out. And so let's see. It's going to be Andy. It's going to be Mike. And then at some point, I think Andy's going to win just because of the timing of this. Because we're not... Oh, wait. I can fix that. Let's give somebody some points to stay in. So Mike Ted, let's give Mike some points because he's the owner of the bar. So let's take a refresh here. Oh, and what's happening is let's give a 4 to Randy. And let's take a look. So they're okay. I don't know something else is going on here. I don't know if you lose chips or not. I may need Mike to come. Maybe Mike and I'll do a Zoom and you can record what Mike tells me about his application. So what's the game doing? So let's see Randy. Let's kick Randy out. And it'll go to Andy. Okay, let's kick Randy out. Sorry, Randy, you didn't come up fast enough. So Randy is now out, and we're waiting for Andy. Let's let Andy win, and then see if it jumps to Mike Ted. That's our next test. Let's give him a 4. And let's see. So now we should be waiting for Mike Ted. Joe's out. So it's smart enough to, when people run out of chips, it's smart enough to let him run, let him play. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I literally have not made a change to the code that ChatGPT wrote. So let's go back to Cursor and start telling Cursor what we're missing. Okay, this works. We need the timer is only to the time when the next player must break. So we need a break button that when the current player does the break, stop the countdown timer at break and start a count up timer. So it goes from Randy counting down to Randy breaking to Randy counting up. Start a count up timer. There is no consequence or limit for now for the count up timer. While the count up timer is going, we stop it by entering a score. When a score is entered, we go to the next player and start that player's countdown timer. Okay. So we are going to let that run for a bit. Okay. This is really, this is, I mean, Composer 1.5 and Cursor, this is like child's play for Cursor. Cursor is so good. Once we're like zoning in on coding. Yeah. Oh, okay, there's a little bit more. Oh, right, it's got to have an API because we're doing JavaScript. So there's a little more to it. Oh, by the way, let's just say you don't know anything about API and JavaScript, right? Oh, son of a gun. I have a course for that. Whoa. Watch. Web applications. JavaScript. JavaScript. I got a class for that. JSON object notation. If you didn't know what that was, I got a class for that. Okay, sorry. I'm just like tooting my own goddamn horn here a little bit because of idiots that think you don't need to learn. This is a moment where you do need to learn, but I got a course for that. I always do. Why? Because I built a course called the Master Programmer Sequence that teaches you the kinds of things that I believe you need. Okay, keep all. Shut up, Chuck. Quit being such a little. You can imagine what I'm thinking in my head. I'm so self-centered. I know I got the answer to everything. Okay, let's go hit the refresh here. No current player. Oh, while we were running, everybody ran out of chips and Steve won. Well, that was kind of a cool thing. So we're going to start a new game. Let's start a new game. We're going to change it. Mike. We're going to put in people like Paulo, Mike, Tim, real people. I'm trying to remember all their names. Okay, so we're just going to have 5, and we're going to start the tournament. We're going to replace the tournament. It's called Classic Pub 3 Ball. We're going to start the tournament. What is going on? Oh, you messed up. What'd you do? What did you do? Whoa, it broke it. Oh, wait a sec. Maybe not. Break. Oh, Paulo is playing. Okay, I don't like what that looks like. But now let's say that Paulo is playing the game and he's doing well and he scores a 3. And I think 3 means you keep your chips. Now, Mike, come up to the bar, Mike. Timeout, no show, setup, public display. Okay. Mike breaks. Let's go to the public display. Is it going to be in a new window? No. Public display has to be in a new window. God dang it. Let me tell Cursor to do that. Come on, Cursor. Public display needs to be in a new tab. Okay, it'll work on it. We don't even need to talk about that. Okay, so Mike has 31 seconds. Oh, look at this. Oh no, Mike is playing. Oh, Mike screwed up, did a 6. So let's check to see the public display. So Mike screwed up and he didn't get enough points, so he's down to 5 chips. Tim breaks. Tim plays the game. So he got a 4. Paz is up. No, Paz has got to come up. Okay, well, while we're waiting for Paz, we'll let Paz time out. I like how you moved the score screen to its own screen. to the post break screen. But let's make the waiting to break screen a little prettier. I could tell it what I want it to be prettier, but here we go. So we're going to watch Paz. So we're watching Paz. Paz, you're not here. Where are you? In your bathroom, Paz? What are you doing, Paz? You playing hockey? Well, too bad, Paz. It's Paulo's turn. There you go. And look, it wasn't me that told you couldn't play. The computer said you couldn't play. Okay. So let's just see what we got. Yeah, we're waiting for Paulo. Paz up. Paulo is shooting. Up next, Mike. Yeah. Son of a... Current pot 720. I don't think it knows anything about pot. So we don't have payout rules at this point. Okay. So let's see. No. Come on. Oh, it's working on it. Okay. Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay. Setup. Public display. Okay. Okay, I'm blown away at how happy I am with this. I mean, actually, the magic was when I sent handwritten rules, and ChatGPT understood the handwritten rules, and I sent a spreadsheet as UI mockup, and it understood that as well. That's damned impressive. I want to put some security on this. Let's put security on the break screen and the setup screen. Let's just use a cookie. A cookie. Oh, by the way, do you know how to use cookies? Have you taken a class on cookies, or are you an Australian Shepherd? Django for everybody. I have a course for that. There's always a course for that. Where? And my students I don't even want to learn about cookies and sessions. Well, look, you got a 9-minute lecture and a 12-minute lecture and one assignment called Cookies and Sessions. And then you too can be a vibe coder. I don't want to learn it. And the answer is you're going to learn it, because then all of a sudden you're going to be good at this, because you're going to know how to use a cookie with a challenge form. With a challenge form that prompts for a value. We will only have one value. I will let you guess what the value will be to unlock, setup, and break screens. How well does it know me? It is a 2-digit number. ChatGPT knows that. ChatGPT loves me. Cookie base with a challenge form. Oh, look. Of course it's going to use 42 as the secret. Why? Because that's my car number. And it knows that. And it's also Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I told you that why my robe, right? Sakai car. So the unlock screen is the number of my car, right? And this is a car I built based on meeting Mike, who is the owner of the bar. Okay, come on. Come back, Chuck. Get to work. We're going to keep him. Input mode, numeric max length of 2. Error message for wrong. Okay, so let's go now back to this. Where were we? Goodbye. Okay, we're in the middle. Oh, we got to unlock it now. But it's unlocked. Let's go back to setup. It is already unlocked. Okay. So I want to test it again to see if setup works. So I have to go to inspect element, web developer tools, get Chuck out of the way for temporary, go to storage, go to cookies, and 3-ball cookie, ka-ching, it's gone. Okay, so now it should demand another login at this point to the setup. Yeah, 2-digit code. So setup is properly protected with a simple login. Okay, you know what I need to do here? I need to set up a GitHub repo. I mean, it's sort of working. Oh, uh-oh. Did I? Oh, Mike has been playing for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. That's okay. Okay, let's go to GitHub. Let's make... we got to put this thing at some point in... let's go to me, go to repositories. Let's call it 3-ball. What's the name of the folder here? Ball. Okay, so I want to move all these files up. I want to put all these files in the top folder rather than in a folder because it came out of a zip file. So then I gotta... I don't need this. Let's just check if it basically... Tap for when Andy breaks. Andy gets a 2. Tap for when Joe breaks. Joe gets a 6. Tap for when Mike breaks. Mike gets a 1 because he's super good. So let's take a look at the public display. Look at that. Look at that. Now at some point, Mike will tell us he wants to track other things. Maybe he was talking on the phone about, like, if you do something in the first 3 rounds, you get some special prize. Okay, so we're going to need to... Let me put it in GitHub, and then we'll add a feature. I don't know if my son's getting done with hockey or not, so I may run out of time here. Okay, Chuck, don't get distracted. Are you done? We got to go? Look what's happening. You're on stream, bro.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So
I got a hat trick.
You got a hat trick? So how'd your game go?
Went really, really well.
Tell me about your goals.
One was directly in the middle, trickler, right in the slot.
Hey, did you take my advice and slam it towards the goalie?
Did.
Did that come out to be a good idea?
Went well, but I also worked my buns off to get to other people.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot better shape, a lot faster.
So did you get any assists?
No, mostly just goals.
Did Kevin assist to you?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I noticed that that Zelko got the first goal.
Zelko got 3-2.
But Zelko got the first goal.
Yeah.
Which keeps Kevin on the ice longer.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's a strategy we have. And we also have a strategy when Kevin's off the ice, we get rid of the ball as much as we can. It's like a power play.
No, I know. We are talking about the power play. So let me tell you what we're doing here. Let me show what we're doing here. Come on over here. Come over here. So get in the shot. Get in shot. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
I just don't want to fuck up.
We got to go to another hockey game. So we're done with him playing hockey right now. So
you have your chat up.
No, it's not live stream. This is going to be edited. But you might as well think of it as live stream because you're live. Okay. So Mike Boynton. You know Mike?
Yeah.
Hard shot from the point. Always hangs out right there waiting for the one-timer on my league. So Mike Boynton gave me some... He a week and a half ago gave me specifications for a game he calls 3-ball. No, it's here. What have I got going here? Open recent. It's a game called... No. He wrote this stuff down and gave it to me, and I thought, I'm going to use this in ChatGPT and see if ChatGPT can figure out what Mike said.
Okay.
I didn't want to read what Mike said. So I had ChatGPT figure it out.
Yeah, I've done.
I know you. Guess what?
What?
It did great. And then it wrote code. And this is a game that I don't even know how to play this game. I'm trying to see if vibe coding works. I actually talked about, like we had talked on the way about it took 8 minutes for ChatGPT to generate the first version of this. And I talked about like electricity and cooling and shit. Just like what we talked about.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. So look at what we've got.
Fear-mongering needs to stop.
Yeah. Look at what I've got working. So these are the players. We're sitting in the bar, and that's on the bar screen.
Chips. Okay.
So you get 5 chips, and if you got like 1 minute to play, and then you lose your chips. If you do certain things, that you got to put the balls in the thing. It's a pool game. Click, click, click.
Cool.
We're trying to make this work for 1 o'clock tomorrow at Mike's bar.
Oh, can I go?
I think, yeah. Do we have anything going tomorrow?
What is tomorrow?
Sunday.
I have practice from noon to 1.
No, it's 1 o'clock is Mike's bar. It starts at Mike's bar.
Well, then pick me up early.
Or you can just drive to Mike's bar afterwards, and I can be there. If I go to Mike's bar, I want to be there early. Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens is, at this point, Steve has been playing for 4 minutes, and you get a score of 1, 2, 3, or 4, up to here, and you have chips, and you lose chips if you get a score higher than 5.
Okay.
And you keep your chips if it's so. Let's just say Steve finishes. And then Randy has 1 minute to come up. So Randy, get your butt up to the bar. You got 1 minute. No, you got 51 seconds. You got to hurry. And if he doesn't show up, Randy loses a chip. And now we're like, Andy, come up to the bar. Get out of the goddamn bathroom. And then...
So you just made this?
I didn't make it. AI made it.
No, I know, but
I started doing it when you went in.
You prompted it, though.
Oh, I got it's all here. It's all prompt.
But you put in the code and nested it.
I've written no code so far. Not a single line of code.
That's scary.
Yeah, I've written not a single line of code. So now, like, Andy comes up and he breaks, and now we watch Andy play. And then when Andy's done, he's popping these balls in the thing, and then he gets points.
Well, you have to record it.
It's all recorded. That's why you're being...
No, not
that. Record the actual... Okay.
Record the game and do some stuff on the game.
Okay. So now Andy finishes the game and he gets 3 points, and so he keeps his points. And so you see this, like, Andy keeps his points, but Joe doesn't keep. Joe is like, okay, Joe starts breaking, Joe screws up. Now it's Mike. Mike breaks, Mike screws up.
What's the break?
The break of the pool.
But it's three balls.
Yeah, you go rack up 3 little balls, and then Mike has to stand there and break. And if this timer expires, Mike loses his turn.
But he breaks, and then what happens?
Then he breaks, and he's got a certain amount of time to finish the game, and then he gets a certain points based on how he finishes the game. And so if he gets a 1, 2, 3, or 4, I think it has to do with the number of shots it takes for him to get all the balls in, or something like that.
Anyway.
I don't know that. They just sit there in the bar like, oh, Steve just finished with a 4. And so you're watching on the pub as these numbers are going up and down. And when you run out of chips, you're kicked out. And whoever's last gets $720.
Oh, cool. That's cool. Let's go. We gotta go. I'm sorry.
What was I thinking?
We must leave. I left the game so that we could go.
Okay. I was thinking of something. Hey, in the comments below, can you remember what it was that I was thinking before Brent's game finished and he came out?
What?
Oh, I know what I was thinking. We're going to do one more thing, okay? You just hang.
You know I hate one more thing.
You know I hate one more thing. Okay.
It's fine. I just gotta be late.
We need a payout amount on the post-break screen. That simply reduces the pot. We are doing payouts manually and just need to show people the amount still in the pot.
Did you see my goal?
When I was not in there, I was coding out here. I wanted to code in there, but I couldn't get Wi-Fi back behind where I was at. This is quiet.
I had a really good goal.
I'm sure you did have a good goal. We do a manual payout.
Really good backdoor goal.
Okay, we're going to add a payout form. Okay. What? No, I don't see a payout form. Well, we'll do break. Oh, payout. So let's make a $20 payout. Let's just say that guy that just finished, you got a $20 payout. So at this point, the pot should be $700. Look, so you changed to $700 because we did a payout. Okay.
But do you want to pay out somewhere else?
Yeah. What?
You don't want to pay out somewhere else?
What do you mean somewhere else? No, this is the screen that's up on the thing. This is the screen that the person is running. Up next, 33. Yeah, so Joe has 36 seconds. This is on the bar screen. Joe has 36 seconds to get up and break. But okay, so let's do this. Let's not auto advance. When the timer expires, the countdown. Just make a flashing late red with effects and let the game operator press timeout. We got to let the game operator make some choices. Is that for me?
You can use that next time you.
You don't like that one?
No, it's fine. It's just I forgot to pound it.
You got busy. It's just doing some work here on the old timer. Beat ball. Let's see what it got. Okay. Go here. Go here. Hit replay. Ah, shoot. Control screen. Okay. So we're going to finish this game. We're going to wait for Ted to break. Now we got to wait 60 seconds. So if we see what... It was automatically taking Ted's money or Mike's money out. So we got to wait. But then we'll go. Then we'll go to our next destination.
Are you sure you're recording?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just the red record.
Hey guys!
I saw it.
The problem is that I was vibe coding and I'm building a bar game for a friend of mine for a game he's going to run, a tournament he's going to run.
Oh, yeah?
So, hi everybody, this is Kev.
Hey, how are you?
That's Zelko. Zelko got 3 goals, 4 goals. Kev got like 1,000 goals. Like 1,000,000 goals.
Get these guys.
No, it sounds like it was a great game. Oh,
It worked.
look, the late's working.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it's working. See, it
That's
says
late.
late. You have 60 seconds to break on this game.
Oh.
It's a multiplayer 3-ball pool game. Okay, well, Brent's ready to go to our next destination, which is an MSU hockey game. Zelko and Kev are probably going to go out and do shots. Go to dinner and do shots. So, okay, so I'll sign off from here, and you'll see. Maybe we'll live stream from Mike's bar. I'll probably have to go to Mike's bar and fix the code while the damn thing's running. I don't know how that's going to work.